iPad, iWatch. We have this great love affair with the I, with the self. So much so that even our phones have cameras on them that are rear-facing so that we can take pictures of ourselves. Selfie. You can go to the supermarket and you can buy a magazine called Self and read all about yourself. We are so in love with this I, with this me, with this self, that I think we can say that we have an eye disease that causes us to go blind. Because in all of this, we also hear, he would come after me, let him deny himself, take up his cross, and follow me. He who would save his life will lose it. The one who loses his life for my sake and for the gospel's will save it. And nevertheless, we find ourselves scraping, clawing, scratching, scrambling to accumulate as many things as we possibly can, scrambling to make things as comfortable for ourselves, getting those things that we think will make us happy, give meaning and depth and comfort to our lives, our way. And the very first thing that gets lost in this perpetual quest to feed myself is me. We find very often that we can say so much about the things that someone has and the things that someone's accumulated, but at the end of their life, we actually have very little to say about the human being themselves. The person that all of these things were supposedly there to serve sort of gets lost. We find all too often that we've accessorized and personalized our own selves into oblivion. But the Orthodox Church is sort of unique in insisting over and over and over that the cross is precious and life-giving. That somehow this horrible instrument of death is a tree of life. This inconvenient, painful, messy thing. This cross, this great axis of the world that unites heaven and earth together, is somehow this thing that we're called to all take up. It's more than just the difficulties of life. It is our life itself. And make no mistake about it. The life that we've been given, the life that we have, the life that we've embraced, is something that we will be nailed to, that we will take up, and that we will not get down from. We will not be free from. The question is, when we are nailed to those difficulties, when we do have the hardships and the uncomfortabilities of the cross placed upon us, do they define us? Or do we define it? Because there's one thing to be defined by your cross, your inconveniences and your hardships, and it is another thing for you to carry that cross rather than it carrying you. Because in all of this, we tend to sell off little pieces of our life. We tend to give away little pieces of our life. What's the price for that? How many good acts of charity go undone by us because for no other honest reason than I would rather keep the money for myself? How many words of comfort go unsaid? How much alleviation and company goes unreceived because I simply can't be bothered with someone else's problems. I can't be inconvenienced by what you have going on. I have my life to attend to. There is, after all, Facebook to keep up with. And in avoiding the uncomfortableness and the difficulties of our life, this life that we have, this life that's been handed on to us, this cross that we're called to take up, that is our life itself, we end up choking off the very things that would give our life meaning and the value that we seek for it. Because giving life is not easy. It's not neat. It's not clean. It's messy. It's chaotic. It's difficult. And it is supremely, above all else, inconvenient. I know of no other obstacle so great, I know of no good work that cannot be completely undone and go completely undone because of this one great obstacle. It is inconvenient to me. And those difficulties, that baggage, that cross that we carry, it doesn't exist for you. It doesn't exist to define you. It doesn't exist to give you an identity. It's not there for your benefit. It's there for the benefit of others around you. It's there for the benefit of everyone else. For all of those people who can only relate to you because you have this common touch point of the hardship that you know. That you're the one person they can say to, you know where I've been, what I'm talking about. And so, if we would come after him, if we would take up that cross, do not avoid the inconveniences and the hardships that go with your life. They define its mission and its scope. With them, your life, your cross, is more than just a barren piece of wood, but it is life itself that you offer to the world around you. He who would save his life will lose it, but the one who loses his life for my sake and for the gospel will save it.